What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today we're going to be doing Gojo Satoru from Jujutsu Kaisen. No mask, just his face, kind of three-quarter portrait pose, right? So, with a three-quarter, lots of places you can start. Some people like to start with the nose, the eyes. So, where will I start? That's the question. I'm on a landscape page. Use a pencil, use an eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. I'm going to start with his big eye, right? So, center point of my page about there. We're going to come up over to the left a little bit, right? And I'm going to do his big eyelashes, right? So we'll go up and over. And it kind of hooks back into there, okay? And then we have large eyelashes kind of sticking up like that on the ends, right? And same kind of here. Right, like that. And then you just join those together, like so. Then bottom eyelid line. So this comes down, a bit of a gap, and around then there. And then we have because we're sort of not zoomed in on his eye, they've drawn in his eyes, his bottom eyelash lines a little bit simpler. So they haven't drawn in like the whole thing when you're like zoomed up on his eye. It's like just these four sort of lines there. Then inside we have his iris. So this is just like nearly a full circle. If you have a compass or a coin or a stencil that can do circles, feel free to use that. No shame in it at all. I'd use it if I had it. It's just a big circle like that, and then pupil in the middle. Like so. And then we have some extra details drawn in around his eye. And of course it's all that blue, clear blue sky that's inside there. Okay, so eyelid above drawn in like so, diagonal line that way, and then around the eye, like so. His eyebrow is above that line somewhere, say here, right? With a thin grey eyebrow that way and down the back. A lot of this is under hair, so you don't see it all, right? But we have to do a section that we color that purple gray for his eye. So you just do another line on top, and it gets skinnier as we go back to there. So we're in 3/4, so that's the big eye, right? Basically, what 3/4 pose means is his face is slightly turned away from us, so we have one eye smaller than the other. We can only see 3/4 of his face, right? So 1/4 is missing, it's around the back. So there's a bit of perspective, right? So just over here, we have his nose, right? And I'd say you're not like a full eye width, right? So the width of his eye would bring you like right over to the middle of the other eye. It's probably like 3/4 or half. Say from here to the inside of his iris. That's the distance for his nose, right? So his nose will like curve here. And then it'll like come around down like so. And then we have a nostril just there, right? Maybe it goes up a little bit higher towards his eyebrow. So then on the other side of that nose is where the small eye will be, right? So like in the other side here. So we go, and there's kind of eyelash lines and stuff here as well. You can't see them all because they're kind of obscured. So we'll go up and across. Out here, right? Because we got eyelashes. The eyelashes kind of stick out here. And then we'll bring it back down. And in towards the nose, you'll have like some little spiking sort of eyelash lines. Just going down behind his nose. And then his bottom eyelid line just here comes around. And up towards there. And again, the eyelash lines on the corner. So 4 of these little lines kind of sticking out here. And then his iris, again, big, sort of circular. With a pupil in the middle. And then there's some detail lines around the eye. And some sort of iris lines here. Eyelid line above. Just curves over. And then his eyebrow follows, it seems, this line for his nose. So just like up here, and his eyebrow will go like, disappears underneath his hair, so we can't actually see it all, but we'll just draw in whatever we can there. And then we'll add a place to color. Make sure it gets skinnier as it goes back, but we can't actually see this eyebrow, so I'll just leave it like that. Because his fringe covers most of his face, you know. So in mouth, just down here, his mouth is kind of semi-open, right? So it goes just below his nose here, we go across like that. Just make it look like it's real small and closed. And then the back comes down. So, and then we add a space to open it up. Up here, like so. And then we can just see like his tongue or his teeth or something just here. It's like he's talking. And then his bottom lip here. The mouth kind of stops underneath his eyelashes there. Right, like that. And then we have his collar, right, that comes right across his chin. So you could do this anyway, really. Kind of just bumps across like that. You can't see his chin because his jaw will come out. But like roughly, like proportion wise, say top of his eyelashes to his bottom of his nose, it will be about the same as bottom of his nose to his chin, where his chin would be, right? So his chin would be down here somewhere. So this is about halfway between top of his eye here and his chin. Then the bottom lip would be about halfway between the nostril, the bottom of his nose, and his chin. Right? So that's roughly the proportion. So jaw, come up from here, right? Change direction, up like so. We're a bit different on this side, so we go this way, right? Because we can see his cheek on this side because his face is turned away. We can't see his jaw. It's around, your jaw connects to your ear, and we can't see his ear on this side. Goes up to there. 3/4 pose, right? So 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. One of the quarters is missing. Okay, so here to here we'll go across about twice until you meet the ear here, which goes up and around. Right, so again, this whole space, like the edge of his face to his nose, like the middle of his nose, we go across here about twice. Yeah. So you have 3/4. Then his hair. So To begin, we'll do his fringe first, right? So we've got like this big fringe line that comes down this way across his nose. There. And then we have a line here that kind of cuts off some of his face, right? So it kind of goes weird. And anything you draw over, you'll erase, obviously. And then some more down here. This, right? It'll eventually all go around his head, but we'll just finish what we can see here. And remember, hair moves, blows in the wind, changes its direction a lot, so you don't have to have it exactly as mine is. Once you just get this selection with the clump in the middle of hair coming across his forehead, you should be good to go. And then down, keep going, over his ear. There's some that come in behind. Down here. There. You can see some of his neck, like so. Neckline there. And some ear lines. So we're going around this way. And then the rest of his hair that goes around the top of his head. Now this might go off the top of my page, but we'll just go for it. So all these spikes sticking out like that. Right? You can do it quite quick. Some sticking up at the top of his head here. They just go off my page, so can't really see them. And I'll come back in somewhere here, say. And then we'll go back down and join the other side, sticking out pretty far here. Like that, and some lines, some texture lines and stuff on the inside. Like that, pretty much. So we've got a hand here, right? The hand is optional. I'll draw it in, but we'll do his collar. Sort of comes down this way. Comes across down here. Right in his shoulder. On this side, we can see it, so it comes. It's real wide down there. Some fold lines and stuff going off this way. And of course that middle line sort of bumps down here. It's a double. If you want, you can finish the shoulder on that side. If you don't like drawing hands, you can just bring that down and shoulder will go off, say out to here. You can see maybe a little bit of his shoulder or sleeve or something here. So, but I'll draw the hand for anyone who wants to, right? So he's doing this kind of hand position like this, right? So we'll just start with the fingers. No easy way of doing hands. You just got to do it. You have 3 segments in a hand. 1, 2, 3 in fingers, I mean. So we will just start here, right? So we go 1, 2, 3, right? And then this finger curves around the top. We go 1, 2, 3. And then we have his fingernail there. And he's got some like knuckle lines drawn in like that. We do the same thing again. Well, not as bent as far. So we go 1, 2, 3. Then this goes around. And we go 1, 2, 3, into there. And we got like the knuckles on the end here. These kind of bumps, right? And the hand will go sort of down off my page there. Right, you can have his fingernail lines there. And some knuckle details like that. Next finger. So this one's kind of bent in behind, so we just go once, twice, and then it just goes around the top. And it goes up into there. Knuckle line. And then we can just see the little finger here. Real small. Around like so. And then sort of palm of his hand kind of comes out from under this finger, and his thumb is here. So we'll do the thumb first. Goes around. It whips out. Down to here. And goes off down off my page that way. Some skin bumps inside. There, and the rest of his thumb. There like that. And so you can see some of his shoulder and stuff. So shoulder in between the hand lines, kind of here and out here. And this is, we'll do this as a sleeve. That way, and it goes out there. But I think that's everything. That's how to draw Gojo Satoru without his mask. Thanks for watching. Hope it was helpful. See you in the next one. Bye.